What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? Happy Monday to you. My name is Jeremiah Davis, aka the Funding Coach. I'm coming to you live with Monday Fun Day. I'm the CEO of Business Funding Now. We're our business loan brokerage company, and yeah, so I'm back trying to start off the new year with my weekly lives on Monday Fun Day, and um, the topic is, you know, what strategies are there? What kind of strategies for funding should you employ, right? Unlock 2025. Business strategies for 2025, business funding trends for 2025 and strategies. Well, let me tell you, whew, funding is not an exact science. Funding requires you to be very adapt in the different funding products that are available, right? So there are a plethora of funding products, okay? If you are a business owner and you have a business and you've been in business for more than a year, there are funding products for you. If you are just starting out, a startup business, there are funding products for you. If you are a business with um, assets, equipment, inventory, invoices, accounts receivable, purchase orders, there are funding options for you. So the whole concept for business funding now for myself and other loan brokers is to find the best product, loan product for your business. And quite frankly, I've been doing this for 15 years and I've never seen two deals the same in my whole time of doing this. There are no two funding deals are the same. I can have two people with a 700 credit, been in business for 2 years, making $100,000 a month, and they will have different outcomes in their funding process. So part of my job is to find the right loan product for your business. Okay. And sometimes it's not going to be the product that you want. It's not going to be the terms you want. It's not going to be the amount you want. And you got to look at it as more of an investment of if I can get $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, right? How can I turn that into more revenue from my business so that I can pay this off faster and keep it moving forward or put myself in a better position to get better quality financing for my business? So, at Business Funding Now, we service about 22, 23 different loan products, everything from business term loans, SBA, working capital, MCA, purchase order, equipment, real estate. I'm working on a real estate deal right now where the business owner has $1 million property. They owe about 400 on it, and they're trying to borrow against that so they can get um, some more cash flow in their business. And they're doing over $100,000 a month, and they've been in business for almost 100 years. So it's a solid business, but the owner's credit is not that good, right? And they're not that savvy. They know how to run their business, but they don't know about their finances. And quite frankly, a lot of things kind of went wrong. But I think we're going to get this deal done. Okay. I have someone else that got had accounts receivable. They got $1.5 million in a accounts receivable line of credit. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You got to, if you know funding, great. If you don't know funding, you don't know what you don't know. That's the old saying. You don't know what you don't know. But um, and I'm telling you, I'm still learning. I learn every day about different funding products, different lenders, different criterias of different things like that. And you really got to be able to understand um, all the different uh, programs out there, funding programs out there that people need that you can service. Okay, so we got a system where you send us the deals, we work them, and we pay you commission. Okay, sounds like a win-win, right? So that's what we do. Um, but what is the trend right now? What's trending? What right now? As I said last week, alternative-based funding is still the king of business funding. You got to go outside the box. You're not going to walk into a blender and say, I want a business term loans. I want a 10, 15, 20-year term loan for $500,000, and I want it under 10%, single digit rates. Okay, that's not going to happen. First of all, a lender's not going to give you that kind of money unless your revenue is way up there, like doing $2 million a year, and you get $500,000 or $1 million. Okay, but they're not. They have to do the risk assessment. They have to check. They have to see if what you're doing is how risky it is and how likely they are to get their money back. If they're not going to get their money back, then there's going to be a problem. Okay, so they're not going to approve you. And quite frankly, the lending criteria nowadays, from last year and going into this year, are still tight. So you're not going to have a lot of options. Be prepared for that, all right, and be prepared to accept, right, an offer, and then having a plan to implement that money so it generates more money, right? You don't want to put yourself in a worse position by getting the money and then not go following through with it, because that would be really bad. Okay, so so if you're a loan broker, then or you want to be a loan broker, contact me. You can sign up with me. I have a course, right? If you pay for you do the paid affiliate program, you get more commission, and you get my course included, and you also get signed up as an agent, and we'll train you on how to do debt elimination and wealth building. So you will be an agent for that. So basically offer 23 different loan products, personal and business financing, debt elimination, and wealth building, and plus all other loan products. If you don't do the free one, then you make commission, just a little less commission, and you don't get the course, but you get an outline of different loan products and the basic criteria, right? Credit score, time in business, monthly revenue. These are the basics, right? You need to know what the lenders want to see when they want to finance a business. If you don't know what a lender wants to see and you just send whatever you have and see what sticks to the wall, you're not going to do well. You're not going to do well. It's not going to work out for you. Okay. You need to know what the lenders are looking for for them to approve a deal. As simple as that. Okay. So what and here the low hanging fruit, the easiest deals to get done are working capital deals, right? The next thing, if you got good credit and good revenue, there are some other options available to you that you can tap into. So those are really the main things. And here's the thing, right? Like I said at the top, no two businesses are going to fit in the right. Uh, no two businesses are the same. You can have the same industry, the same credit score, the same revenue, and there'll be something different, right? If they've had other loans before and they defaulted, even if they defaulted and paid it off, that could be a UCC filing on their business, and they could get denied future funding, even though they paid it off. Okay, they have to go back to the original lender and have them remove it from the UCC filing. There are no financing police out there, and there's no law or governing them that they have to do it. Now, you can threaten them and use lawyers and all that to get that stuff fixed. But my point is, ask these questions. Have you ever had a loan before? Did you pay that loan off? Do you have the letter stating that it's paid in full? Okay, in case we need to combat that. Right, having a payoff letter is very beneficial because then I can send that to the lender, and lenders would be like, okay, so they paid off their previous loan, even though it was 5 years ago, and it shows default. Here's the evidence that it was paid off. Okay. Do they have any other assets? Do they have commercial property? Do they have investment property? Do they have equipment? Do they have inventory? Do they have accounts payable or receivable? Do they have invoices? Do they have purchase orders, right? Orders that you have yet to fulfill that they can use as collateral to borrow against, right? The more money you need, the more collateral you're going to need. Okay. So, like I said, I got a $1.5 million line of credit for accounts receivable. I got a real estate deal for $1 million property. All right. And these deals are in the works. But knowing the mechanics of how each deal works and being able to shift, right? So the guy with I got accounts receivable deal, another one, right? He just wants a line of credit, right? So I went the traditional routes and getting him a line of credit, and he was denied. The reason he was denied because he had defaulted on an MCA loan 5 years ago. He has a payoff letter, but none of the traditional banks that do lines of credit are approving him. So I had to pivot and say, okay, what else you got? What else you working with? See if we can get you the money. So we got accounts receivable. Now I have a lender that is interested in doing a line of credit for his accounts receivable. Okay. Same thing with the other business with the property, commercial property valued at $1 million. They owe 400,000 on it, right? They have some bills they need to pay off. So I got a lender. We're going to talk about that bringing their um, basically refinancing their commercial property, cashing out, and paying, getting caught up on their bills, right? But not as a second mortgage, as a primary. They're going to refinance the whole property. It's not ideal, but it's the only way they have to get additional monies, okay? Because of their situation. And I can't state that enough. There's a lot of people that are in situations that they don't disclose right away, and we send it to lenders, and we come back and says, okay, well, this came up, or this came up, or this came up. And we have to address those things. And all this is doing the risk assessment for the lender. We're trying to check the boxes so the lender feels good about giving you the financing that you're looking for. Okay. The more expensive the money is, the more risk there is. So if they don't have no collateral or anything, and you might end up paying around 30, maybe 40, even 50% interest on a working capital loan because it's not collateralized. Okay. On the flip side, none of this reports to personal credit. It reports to, it may and may not. It's all up to the lender if it reports to business credit. Okay. But my point being is you have to know which funding products are available so you can take a client from A to Z, right? And being able to explain to them why we're here and why we need to go here. Okay. All right. And that's the part, that's where I come in. That's my expertise is be able to find the right product or that they qualify for to get them some money. Might not be all the money they're looking for, but get the ball rolling in the right direction and a plan. That's the key point. A plan of how we're going to use this money and generate more money and get out of this, right? A lot of times, lately we're encouraging our clients after we get the funding for them to get enrolled into our debt elimination program so they can put that business loan into the debt elimination program and pay it off faster and pay and save money on the interest. So it's very key that you have these financial resources for your clients to help them not one time get a quick, loan, but ongoing. I want my clients to come back time and time and time again because we took care of them and we explained the whole situation to them. We gave them their options, and then we're left with this. Okay. So what's trending in 2025 is get up on your game, learn about the business. Okay. Everybody does not qualify for funding. If they don't qualify for funding, they don't qualify for funding. There's no loophole, there's no magic trick, there's none of that going on. You cannot just because you got a business on paper, get money. Now, if you got a business on paper and you got good personal credit and you got your DTI under control, there's money available for you. There's money available for startup businesses. There's 401k funding. There's, there are more funding options that you realize. The SBA has a lot of different funding options. Lenders want to loan the money to you, all right, but you got to fit in a box. And every lender's box is a different box, different size, different shape, different criteria to get in the box. Okay. So if you don't know, okay, I have a business certification course. All right. You can go to businessfundingnow.com, click on the course, and you can pay the $300 and get the course. And you're going to learn the 30 different business loan types, qualification and requirements, case study, and the most common supporting documents for that. You're also going to get my 5-question formula on how to pre-qualify any business for a loan. Okay, I ask these 5 questions myself every day, 100 times a day, and I'm telling them, okay, this is what you qualify, this is what you don't qualify for. Now, I will apply for anything just to see what we get because there's no obligation, there's no commitment, and there's no credit check on business funding. Okay. So we can send it to 10 different banks and it won't have no effect on your business or your personal credit whatsoever. Okay. So that's a benefit. All right. But learning what a purchase order financing is, learning what inventory financing is, what types of equipment financing are there? There's equipment, there's truck and vehicle equipment, there's heavy equipment, there's restaurant equipment. Okay. Then you have equipment lease back when you own the equipment and you want to borrow against that equipment. That's an option. Okay. So, and you have purchase order, you have invoice or inventory, and accounts receivable. That's a whole nother a funding pool that you might be able to offer. Restaurants or that have consistent, revenue every month, accounts receivable. They can borrow against their accounts receivable because they're making $100,000 a month at the restaurant. Okay. Um, um, Widgets, doorknobs. I have a flooring company. They do commercial flooring. They're doing half $1 million a month. They are going to get 1.5 million in accounts receivable line of credit. See what I'm saying? Now, I've been working on that file for a while because he didn't want a high interest loan. He doesn't have to take that. So but this is what he needed. He needed a line of credit that he can tap into and replenish his inventory so he can fulfill his job orders as they come in, or there's a gap in between, right? That type of funding is limited to short term. They want the money to be used and paid back within 90 days. Okay. But if you get that, it's pretty inexpensive. All right. That's my point. Knowing who qualifies for that type of funding. Okay. Credit based, excuse me, credit based funding. Credit based is your business credit cards, your business term loans, your SBA, okay, your business line of credit. You need at least a 680 credit score to qualify for any of those. Not only just a 680 credit score, but also a strong credit file. You got to have established credit. You got to have your utilization under a certain amount to be um, fundable. If your utilization is over 40% on individual cards or collectively, you're going to get declined for that type of funding. SBA, they want to look at your small business FICO score. What is your small business FICO score? I bet 99% of you have no idea what your small business FICO score is. All right, your small business FICO score runs from 100 to 300, right? If you are below a 680, most traditional lenders, I mean, not 680, a 180, most traditional lenders will not loan to you. The SBA wants a 155, 160 small business FICO score. These are things you need to know when you're talking funding with clients. You need to know where they're at so you can direct them in the right path. Okay. Now, if you want to sign up for the free business funding now affiliate program, make 25% commission on every deal. We do all the work. We're going to contact them. We're going to close them. We're going to collect the documents. We're going to do everything for you. And then upgrade to the paid where you make 30% and then you can get the course included and be a registered agent for the wealth building and debt elimination agent as well, all included in the paid program. So you're getting more money. We'll give you a custom landing page, white label, and we'll put our app on there. And as everything is tracked, you get access to our portal, our affiliate portal, so you can track your deals as well. We're going to do all the work for you. We're going to contact the client. We're going to close the deal, collect the documents, all that stuff. Right? We got all that stuff pretty automated. So, but I don't want you to promise something to a client that you cannot deliver on. All right. Don't quote rates. Don't quote, loan types. Say, hey, I might be able to get you some funding. Here, click this. In less than 5 minutes, they can get pre-qualified for one of our 20 different loan programs, or we can get them personal financing, business financing, or we can do the debt elimination and the wealth building. So we have a plethora of funding products that help the business owner. If they have too much debt, getting them into the debt elimination is going to help them a great deal because it's going to save them money on those monthly payments, right? Our debt elimination program includes personal and business debt, right? Credit cards, business and personal credit cards, mortgages, commercial or residential, business loans, MCA loans, or personal loans. All that stuff is encompassing into our debt elimination program. And it's not debt consolidation, it's not the debt negotiation. We're going to show you how to pay those loans off in a better way to minimize your interest and pay them off faster. That's what we do. We're trying to give you the financial tools so your business can thrive, but also you can have other business owners thrive as well. So what's trending in 2025 is knowledge. Knowledge about business funding. If you want to get in the business funding arena, you need to have the knowledge to know what you're talking about. You need to have the knowledge to explain things to clients so they understand it. You need to understand it as well. And then you need to be able to match your client with the right loan program, with the right funding product. Okay. This is how you make money in business funding, right? Not shotgun, but find a niche. Find a niche that you resonate with, your messaging resonates with, you understand their industry, you understand their pain points, and you understand what funding programs are available to them. Okay. If they got good credit, let's get them get them some stuff that doesn't hurt them, but helps them with the credit cards and things like that. So there's a wide range of things that we can get them. And a lot of times we'll start with one product and then we'll lead them and guide them into how to get into a better position for a different product that's better. Okay, it's not uncommon for me to start with a working capital loan for 2 or 3 months, 4 months, right, and then get them into a better type of loan that can pay off that working capital loan. All right, things like that. So there's a method. If you know what to do, you know what to look for, and you know how to lead them and guide them into doing better for themselves and for their business, then it's a win-win for you, win-win for your client, and they will love you and they will always come back. All right. Anyway, I come on here, hit it quick, like, share, follow Instagram, TikTok, the Clubhouse, not Clubhouse, but YouTube, Facebook. You know, you can find me anywhere. And with that said, I'm gonna clock out for the day, and I will see you guys next week for the Monday Fun Day, where I'm coming back with some more tips about business funding. My name is Jeremiah Davis. I'm the funding coach. Peace.